Week 2.
I'm here maybe once a month. Not injured, but it's preventing injuries. Recovery, very stiff legs. And to visit my good friend Stefan, he's a funny guy.
He is a little bit crazy, but in a good way.
Week 2 is off and running. Before getting started, I stopped by for some preventive treatment with Jakob, just making sure everything is working as it should before the next block of training kicks in. Today's session was a relaxed 15k through Sommerparken here in Sandnes. The route was nice and the air was fresh, but the legs didn't quite agree. They felt heavy from last week's sessions and the body reminded me that the recovery doesn't always happen on schedule. Still, it was good to move, to shake off that stiffness and reset the rhythm. Not every run feels great, but they all count. Days like this are the ones that quietly build the base.
Finished 15k. It was the struggle.
Second session of the week and a tough one. The plan was 8 times 1 kilometer on, followed by 1 kilometer off. 2 kilometers to warm up and another 2 to cool down. Muscularly, this felt heavier than it should have. The legs were tired from the start and there was a steady wind across the track that didn't help much. The pace was around 3:32 on the on pace and just under 4 minutes on the off. It probably shouldn't have felt this hard, but that's part of the process. And the body is still adapting to the load, and sometimes that means you just have to grind through it. Still, it felt good to get moving again at a higher pace and remind the body what the real work feels like.
Hello, I'm very happy today. Today's plan is to run 15k on the treadmill. What to do.
Third session of the week, an easy 15k on the treadmill. I chose to run inside today, mostly to give the legs a little break. For the first time this week, they actually felt better. Not light, but definitely improving. 15 kilometers on the treadmill can feel like forever though. It's a bit monotonous, no wind, no scenery, just you, the belt and the clock ticking slowly forward. Still, it's a good option when you want to save the legs or the weather outside makes running less tempting. So yeah, not the most exciting run, but it serves its purpose. Sometimes comfort and consistency are what keep the progress going. Started the day with a short weight session. Just 3 simple leg exercises to keep things balanced and stable. It doesn't take much, but it helps prevent injuries and keep the muscles ready for the longer runs. After a short weight session, it was time to head out for an easy 14 kilometers. It started off nice enough, dry roads, light legs and a bit of optimism. But about halfway through, the sky opened up, heavy rain, soaked shoes and the full Norwegian experience. Not exactly what I hoped for, but honestly, it's days like this that remind you you're alive. The pace stayed comfortable, just moving steady through the weather, focusing on rhythm and keeping things under control. By the end I was completely drenched, but it still felt good. One of those runs that test a bit of patience and gives you a quiet sense of satisfaction when it's done. Friday's session was a big one, 19 kilometers around the track at Sande Stadion. That's 47.5 laps, a long time to stare at the same line. Started with 2 kilometers of warm-up, then into the tempo. The plan was to keep it controlled around 3:40 pace, but after a few laps I started feeling good and let the pace drift down to about 3:35. It's been a long time since I've done this session, and I could definitely feel it, both mentally and physically.
Today's session is a tempo run, 19 Ks, and Kristoffer wanted to do it on the track. And by doing it on the track, he has better control of the pace, and I told him to increase slowly, so a little bit building the pace up a little bit. So now he has 4 laps to go, so that makes it 47.5 laps around the track. He is a little bit crazy, but in a good way. The pace looks fine. I think he's down now to 3:35 per K, somewhere around there. He started at 3:40, and that was the goal, to just keep grinding, keep pushing, keeping the pace at the same level. So I think he looks very smooth still. After 17 K, I think he looks pretty good. It's really fun to be a part of Kristoffer's project, because the Kristoffer I know, the brother I know from many years ago, he's not very ambitious. So when he started jogging and he wanted to do his first half marathon, he became more and more ambitious. And as a person now, he is a little bit more ambitious in every aspect of his life. So I think it's being a runner and being like a sub-elite, semi-professional runner has helped him grow as a person. But he's very disciplined, so I can tell him today's session is 19 Ks on the track, and he says, okay, how fast? So he never hesitates. Of course, sometimes he lacks the motivation to go out, but he always does the training. So next week, I think, or maybe in 2 weeks, we're gonna add a couple of kilometers. It's about the duration also, because last time he did this, he did 65 minutes. So now it's a little bit more, and then we're gonna build on that a little bit. Marathon running is very simple. It's very simple, but it's also very difficult, because it's boring, and some people really don't like to do all the work that you need to do. But Kristoffer he has no problem with the work. He would actually like to do more, I think, sometimes. But let's see, after this is gonna be flying. So you're gonna observe runner's high on a level that you've never seen before. Well, it depends on. Well, I'm very much goal-oriented. So running as fast as possible, that's difficult, because you have to be at correct pace from the start. And if that's a little bit too fast, then you're gonna have a really bad experience. So my recommendation for Kristoffer is to aim at something, train for it, and then race in a way that makes it very likely that he will achieve his goal. But that being said, I think he should be able to do 228 something. So I will recommend him to go for 2:29:30. and then if he has the energy, go a little bit faster in the end to maybe break 2:29 flat. And if he, fails, then, he might end up running, 2:31, but still, that's still great, And no one cares about the seconds if it's 29:59 or 2:30. Har du måler?
Flott jobba. Au!
What do you think?
Check 2,3. 2,5. Ikke mer enn det. Så mye. Jeg er sikker fordi jeg ikke får noe drikke eller noen ting underveis.
Prøv på ny. 20-åringer lærer av oss hvis vi sier sånn. Om du bare midt i en setning, done with today's session, bare liksom det eller så snakker så fort, og så ikke trist. Så trist det da. Runnerfest is gonna be next year, but I'm crying a little bit inside. Husker på en måte, men du vet hvem Torshagen er? Den personen, han er så rolig og kort og sånn. Det tid du begynte å få det, altså det var ganske... Det skal jeg bare gå, jeg. Det er ikke good until 15, 16. Jo.
Henrik is a tullgutt and commenting on all my training. Okay, thank you, Henrik.
Nei. Ikke gjem deg bak et ironisk lag av nå snakker jeg dårligere engelsk enn det jeg egentlig skal. Du skal snakke så bra engelsk som du kan.
Okay. A big thanks to Henrik, my little brother, showing up here and cheer me on and take a lactate measurement.
Today you really needed it.
Yeah. Thank you. Oi.
Saturday's run was a relaxed 15k, heading in towards Viking Stadion, where they were playing Bryne that evening. I followed the route along the shoreline at first. Calm water, great scenery, and the legs felt surprisingly good. But the closer I got to the stadium, the busier it got. People everywhere, noise, traffic, and suddenly I was running more sideways than forward. A proper zigzag session, but at least it kept things interesting. The run felt good overall, even if the timing wasn't perfect. I got out a bit later than planned after a concert with the kids, but it turned out to be one of those runs that clears the head. Just steady effort, nice views, and a reminder that training doesn't always need to be complicated. Finishing off the week with a 25 kilometers long run, it's one of the key sessions in marathon prep, long, steady and controlled. The goal today was simple: keep the heart rate low, get the legs used to the distance, and just spend time on my feet. It's the kind of run where you can clear your head a bit, think, plan, or just zone out and enjoy the surroundings. When you find the right route, a long run can actually be one of the best parts of training. For me, the only downside today was the breathing. Still a bit heavy, probably from the week's load. But that's a part of it. Not every long run feels smooth, and that's exactly why it's such a good training. Another week done, legs tired, but motivation high. Alright, week 2 done. I'd say this week really felt like the start of a real marathon training. More kilometers, tougher sessions, and yes, a lot more tired legs. The first few runs were a bit sluggish. The legs still hadn't forgiven me for last week, but once we got rolling,
things started to loosen up. We've tried to keep the filming going all week, and just as last time, we're still learning as we go. I think we spent about twice as much time figuring out the camera angles as we did actually running. So again, we're not professional at filming or editing or doing voiceovers, but we're trying, and we're just having fun with it. This week also included something new. I took my first Lactate test since starting this series. It was a bit high, but honestly, that was expected. After the tempo session earlier in the week, at least it confirms I've actually been working hard. And speaking of hard work, that 19 kilometers tempo around Sandnes Stadium was a mental test. 47.5 laps, no music, no water, no gels, basically. Just me and my questionable life choices. Sunday's long run wrapped it all up. 25 kilometers. I really enjoy those runs. You get to clear your head, think about life or nothing at all. Only downside this time was the breathing, still not perfect, but improving. A big thanks to Henrik for joining this week, both for the good training advice and for keeping the motivation up. He also had a few thoughts about what kind of time I can run in the marathon. And let's just say, I think he's a little bit optimistic. I'm curious what you think. Drop a comment with your guess on the finish time. And maybe, just maybe, there will be another guest showing up soon. I won't say who, but keep watching and you'll find out. That's it for week 2. The training's rolling, the body's adapting, and the editing is still slightly chaotic. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and keep following the journey. We'll keep doing our best, both on the runs and behind the camera. Thank you.